Hey y'all, welcome back to the kitchen. Happy Saturday morning. It is cold outside. I got on my PJs. I am gonna make some tea. I had posted one of my videos when I was doing my smoothie, my recovery smoothie when I had the flu. I had mentioned I was gonna make the tea. I never got around to filming that, but I made the tea. I'm making a fresh pot today, so I want to share that recipe with you guys. It's cold, so although I'm feeling better, you still need vitamin C this time of the year. You still need things that help your immune system. So my tea is complex, but it's simple. And it has some fresh ginger, fresh lemons with peel and seeds and everything. And then also have some cloves. So that's what we're doing today. And then the tea is sweetened with whatever you like. I put honey in mine, but you can add sugar if you want. That's your preference. But I want you to see how this wonderful tea is made. Okay, so I have a pot of water. It's warm right now. I just turned it off because I had to do a little something real quick. But I'm putting it back on high to boil. I just peeled my ginger. Now, the ginger itself it has some of the skin still on it. I did a soft peel. I just took off the majority of it, but it still has some on there, okay? So there's the ginger. It's quite a bit. And then I have 3 lemons here, okay? And then I have cloves, whole cloves, and they're also going in this beautiful tea. So what I'm getting ready to do right now is I've already peeled and washed my ginger. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse off my lemons really good because I leave the skin on. But if there's any little pieces like, you know, the tips and stuff like that, I do cut those things off. And I will slice the lemon because while it's boiling, you want everything. I do strain it, so I don't deseed anything or take anything off. I use everything of this lemon. And the only thing, like I said, I peeled was, you know, the ginger. So I'm going to go ahead and wash these off, and then we're going to slice these up really good, and everything is going in that beautiful pot for a nice boil, and that is our tea today. So we're getting vitamin C, we're getting our ginger, and then we're getting our cloves. All of this is beneficial to help your immune system, but I'm also going to prepare my sea moss as well. So if you haven't seen me do that, this is a 2-part situation. You get to see me do my sea moss too, because I'm getting ready to make some sea moss gel in the morning, okay? So let's wash these lemons, then we'll talk about the sea moss, okay? I'll be right back. All right, my lemons are washed. Okay, so I have this in here. I'm gonna go ahead because I've already done the deed with my ginger. So all of this is going right into the pot. Let me turn you down some so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, all of that's in the pot. This pot is on hot, it's boiling, okay? So the lemon, like I said, these little pieces here, I'm gonna cut that off right there. I wanna expose the lemon on the inside, so I'm just gonna cut it into nice big slices, just like that, and I'm dropping that right in there. Seeds and everything. So the next one, I do these weird, I guess. One I put whole, the other one I roll to get all the juice out. I do them all different. It's time for me to resharpen my knife. Everything's going in. All right, now this one, I'm gonna cut this one a little bit different. So the reason I do that is because when I actually take up the tea, once it's done, I like to get a little piece of lemon in my cup, and I like to take a little piece of ginger and put in my cup. So as I'm drinking my tea, when I'm done, I chew them. I chew the ginger And then I chew the cloves, and then I also chew the lemon. So that's why I put little pieces in there. So I have the big pieces for, you know, just to stay in there, but the little pieces so I can take a little something when I put my tea in my cup. I can have a little bit too. Okay. So the next one, I'm cutting into smaller pieces. That way, I can take a little bit with me when I go. Oh, I lost one, but that's okay. Drop that right in there. This one's real juicy. All right, so there we go. Nice pieces. Look at that. It's so fresh. In the pot. Okay, now the cloves. Listen, you know, before I get to the cloves, you can take these too, these little remnants here. If you're not caring about the tips and stuff, because sometimes you get this little stuff that's going on behind the scenes. I don't want that in my tea, but if you don't care, you can boil all of this too. You can just leave it just like that. But I'm gonna get rid of this. We are done with that. Now the cloves. I usually take, for a pot this size, let me see, where do I have this at? This is about 24 cups of water. Let me show you. Because my pots are pre-measured. It's 24 cups. So since I have 24 cups of liquid, I'm going to take a handful of cloves and put that in here, okay? So the more the merrier for me. Let me grab me a spoon here. Oh my God, this smells so good. As soon as I open the bag. Okay, so. Those are the cloves. It's a nice fragrant tea. And you know, cloves remind me of like the holidays, like Christmas, like winter time. It just smells so good. It's like nutmeg and cinnamon. Okay? Then we're gonna drop that right in there. So y'all come take a look at my boil. There's that beautiful tea. It is a cooking. It is a boiling away. All right, so what I'm gonna do with this is now I'm gonna put the lid on that and let this go ahead and boil. Probably about a good half hour. And then once it's done to like prime boiling time, then what I'm gonna do is put the lid on there and just let it steep, okay? So let me grab the lid from my beautiful pot. And then we're gonna get onto that sea moss. Now the sea moss takes a little bit longer because that is an overnight process. I meant to do it last night because I could have had it in one of my smoothies today, but I didn't do it. So we're gonna do that now. Get my sea moss. Come into my pantry, please. My sea moss. So I have it here. Here's my sea moss. Let me go ahead and get that. Now, the key to sea moss. Oh, and I need my spring water. Gotta have that. I only use spring water when I'm making my sea moss overnight, because that is the last liquid that it's going to touch before I blend it to the gel. Okay. So with the sea moss, what you want to do is take a portion out, and in that portion, depends on how much you want to make. You know, I'm just making some for me and my honey, so this might do me just good. Just a small little piece right here because, you know, you can cut it and make it bigger or whatever. But this is about a palm size. And what you want to do is wash this very thoroughly. So I'm going to show you how I do that. I may need to bring you down just a little bit. Let me see if I can do that here. Oh, you might. You're good right there. Okay. So first step, I take my sea moss and put it in the water. And what you want to do is massage it because the water's going to start to discolor because you're getting whatever little debris off of it. And the brand that I use, it's not that, I don't know if this is a word. It doesn't contain that much debris. So it's not a lot of work, but you want to wash this and keep washing it until the water is clear as possible, okay? Just because it was an ocean. You want to get it nice and clear and nice and clean. If there's any little particles or anything that was left when it was harvested, you want to try to make sure you work all that off. So I'm going to massage this. And you'll see it transform. For what you just saw, you'll keep seeing it transform as this process goes further and further. So let me put my sleeve up here. Ooh. You want to get down in there and just keep massaging it. That's usually what I do while I'm working it out. You'll see this water is really discolored now. See that? All right, so that's the first wash. You know, I'm not making this up. Okay, water's clear. You'll see it get cloudy again. Now, on a good day, if I have like nothing else going on, then I'll let this just soak and come back, wash it, and then soak it. Uh-oh, give me 1 second. We're boiling, y'all. We're boiling. Hold on. Ooh, look at that tea boil. All right, now that it's up to boiling, I'm gonna leave this just like this and let it continue to boil. So probably at about, it's 9:41. At about 10 o'clock, I'm gonna turn it off and then just let it sit. And the longer it sits, the more flavorful it'll be because it'll give that time for everything to marinate, the ginger, the lemon, and the cloves. Everything can marinate together. That's some good tea. Let me tell you, that tea was so good for my belly and so good for me. Like, oh my gosh. That I really would have put that in an IV and put it right into my vein and just lived on that the entire time while I wasn't feeling well. That thing got me through it. Some other stuff too, you know, elderberry and things like that, and other little herbs and stuff I had my hands in, but that was my main tea. Anything with ginger and lemon, you're guaranteed to have a good feeling for your immune system. And apparently I have a house guest, so I'm gonna pause this and I shall return. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, y'all, that was my daughter. One of them coming to stop by and coming here making noise. Anyway, all right, so this is our second rinse. And there's that water. All right. So, and now what was in the palm of my hand, it has now transformed into a wild looking tentacle creation. Just like that. So now what we're gonna do, this is the last wash and rinse of this. I'm gonna pour off this water and then I'm gonna put some spring water on this, put a lid on it, and we'll see this in 12 hours. So what I'll do is when I get ready to blend it tomorrow, then I'll film that. If you hadn't seen it before, then of course this will be a treat for you on how to prepare sea moss. But if you've seen it before or missed it, I have other videos on my sea moss, you know, on what to do for that. And actually the smoothie to make with it. So I've done it with any smoothie, green smoothie, peanut butter smoothie, chocolate peanut butter smoothie. I don't think I've made that one for you guys. I have to do that one. That's when I'm feeling like I want something sweet and I need to fix that sweet tooth. I'll make a nice little chocolate peanut butter smoothie. Maybe I might do that one. That's my Reese cup smoothie. So, all right, let's give this one more rinse. Drain all the water off of there. I always give it a little shake. Get something to dry my hands. All right, and then now we're gonna add some nice spring water to that. And then that is gonna sit overnight. Now, a lot of people add lemon to their sea moss or limes and stuff like that. I don't do that. I take my sea moss straight up, just the way that is. So I'm using crystal geyser water. Any natural spring water that you want to use. It's really up to you. But that is the last water. That's the water that is going to sit and marinate in. And then that is the same water I'm going to keep when I get ready to blend my sea moss. I'm blending it with that same water as well. Okay, so that's what we're getting ready to do. These are not pre-measured bowls. So usually what I do is I put enough to cover. I have a nice container that I like to put my sea moss in and keep it in the fridge. It stores for about 2 weeks. So, you know, you just eat off it until it's done and then make some more. Okay, so put my water in. Now, if you want to, what you can do is limit the amount of water you use. It just depends on how thick you want your, these are so big. I bought them big because I like big PJs. How much thickness you want to your gel. So if you want it really thick, then don't put as much water. But, you know, I put quite a bit in mine because I like it a little, not runny, but I like it, the consistency a little thinner. Not so thick, okay? Because usually when I'm making, I'm putting thick ingredients, bananas and whatever else in my smoothie. So that's that. So this is it. Let me find the proper lid for it. That's my orange bowl. So I should have an orange top here. I do. So this lid is on. This is gonna stay overnight and we'll see that in the morning, okay? So I usually just put it on the back counter, out of the way, out of sight, so nobody disturbs it with my toaster. And that's it. So now, I've already given my daughter a little bit of this tea. It didn't get a chance to steep as much as I wanted it to, but let you see what it looks like, okay? Ah, there it is. Nice, steamy. Look at that. All the cloves, the ginger. Okay. This is nice and hot. So for me, I like mine a little bit more potent. She caught it at the boiling temperature. So what I'm going to do, y'all are nice and foggy. Hello. What I'm going to do now is let it steep. And then I'm going to enjoy myself a nice cup of tea. And then the rest of it, what I do is once it's cool, this is a quick little thing you can do. I just got a small little container like this with a little pop top on it. And what I do is I take the rest of it, store it in here, and I put it in the fridge. So then when I'm ready for more tea, I can just pour it and then just heat it up. That's it. And I leave everything in there. All the lemon, all the cloves, all the ginger, everything. And it just makes it even stronger. So that's my immunity tea. Thank you guys for making some tea with me today. And then this, like I said, with the sea moss, we'll deal with that in the morning. I'll blend that up and then probably make me a nice little smoothie with that. And you can put in your oatmeal. You can put sea moss anywhere. I mean, you can put in a pre-made shake if you want to. If you're not savvy on making smoothies and shakes, you can put in a pre-made one. You can drop it in some oatmeal. You can pretty much put in porridge. You can do whatever you want. So sea moss is good. You can put in your juice. But yeah, that's it. So I will see you guys tomorrow when I blend up that sea moss. And I'm enjoying this nice cold weather. I'm telling you, December is a great month. Not only for my birthday. We won't even talk about my birthday again, okay? We just won't do that. But not only for my birthday, but this time of the year is just like my time where I love the weather when it's cool. Even the rain, you get like a little bit of everything in December. We just don't get snow. So, but that's okay. That's quite all right. But I love it this time of the year. But I do tea a lot. And I've been pondering a thought of making another channel on my YouTube channel, just for tea time with me, because I have an assortment of teas, Anyone that knows me that can tell you. I'm a tea connoisseur. I love tea. I love loose leaf teas. I love flower tea. I love all kinds of tea. That we call in Jamaica bush tea. Anything that you can boil and drink. Um, I love it. So we'll see. I'm contemplating that, and we'll probably do something with that next year. But yeah, tea time with me, and I'm looking forward to doing that because that's like the calming part of my day. I wake up with tea sometimes. I'll drink tea all day long. Um, it's just one of those things that is really dear to me. I just think it's very beneficial. But it makes you feel good too, just nice and warm, and especially when it's cold out or rainy or anything, or you're just feeling bad, just get a cup of tea. They say tea fix everything. Just get a cup of tea. So we'll contemplate that. I'm thinking about it, and it probably would make it true. And go ahead and do that. So tea time with me, and it'll just be time to sip on tea and chat. So yeah, things to come. Things to come. But anyway, I'm gonna enjoy my beautiful cup of tea, and then when it cools, I'll put the rest in the fridge, and I'll see you guys tomorrow when it's sea moss, and we'll see what kind of smoothie we come up with. I'm thinking about some carrots, carrot and apple. We'll see. I'll play around with it. But anyway, have a great day. If you haven't stepped outside to just soak up a good, just some fresh air, you need to do that today. Yeah. Before, I think we're getting some rain or something. I don't know. But if you haven't, just get some of that fresh air, soak it up, just breathe it all in, because this is the time of the year for the good weather, like the s'more weather, the hot tea, hot cocoa weather. Okay? So have a good day. I'll catch you tomorrow. All right. Take it easy.